welcome back.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
It feels awesome. It's definitely a change of scenery and a change of, different things, but I'm excited. I think once I get acclimated being back here, it's going to be awesome. And obviously we got a season to finish and hopefully a third World Cup to win. So.
Talk about the celebrations over there, just the entire experience and what you could take from there and apply here to the crossing.
Yeah, I think I wanted to come in with a lot of confidence, and I think I continued that, and I now have a great amount of confidence coming out of that, and obviously winning a gold medal is fantastic and great, but I think it's the camaraderie and it's the people you do it with, and that was definitely the most special team I've ever been on. The most talented, I would say the best USA Hockey women's team we've had ever. And I wasn't the first one to say it, so I don't feel bad saying it now that other people have said it, but it's been awesome. Being over there, I've learned so much. Like watching Hillary and her last little, hoorah, which you never know when things are done for people, but just a lot to learn from her and all of our leaders, and winning that gold medal was for everyone and it was for all of our fans back home too. So just taking that momentum and realizing we got a good 3 months left. So taking anything I can get, and I know it's been a long season so far, but it's been so good, and I think there's so much more to learn on the way as well.
Can you talk about your relationship with the men's team and how the women and men you guys both brought home gold, but obviously there's so much made about the big celebration just from your perspective?
Yeah, obviously, things are said and things are done, and at the end of the day, I respect the men's team. I think winning gold's really, really hard and it's really tough, and obviously we showed what it was like first, and I remember we were sitting in the I want to say training room, and they gave us props, and they obviously left us some beers in the fridge, and were super nice about it. But when they won too, obviously, the first thing they did when we saw them in the CAF was, I got a big hug from I think Austin Matthews and Charlie McAvoy. They were just so excited to be there, and we have major respect for them. And obviously, things are taken out of turn and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's hockey, and we try to keep politics out of it. So whatever it's going to be, they got to go back to their respective markets now, and so do we. So we respect the heck out of them, and I think. Obviously, you take what you may with what was said and things like that, but at the end of the day, it's a gold medal around our necks and theirs as well, and we're coming back to the frost with a win, so that helps.
When was that the hugs? Was that after your win or their win?
After their win. We didn't see him too much after ours. We weren't on the same time schedule, so we went to bed at about 4, and they woke up at 7, so we weren't quite with them that day, but afterwards, I remember we got back from closing ceremonies and we saw a few of them, and I actually went to bed before Jack Hughes and all the rest of the guys were in there, but we saw Austin, Dylan Larkin, I think, and a few other guys, and we gave them hugs, obviously, and sat there and kind of reminisced on what it meant to be a gold medalist at the Olympics.
Will the women's team be taking up the president for an invite to the White House later this year?
I don't know. I'm not the captain of our team, so whatever Hillary says, we'll figure out and we'll do. If she makes a statement, then we'll follow what she has to say.
How about the Flavor Flav?
Oh, that sounds fun to me. I know that one, we're excited, and I haven't heard anything much on it. As a group, we're trying to, give each other some space and to love and some talk to the people that support us back home. But sounds pretty good. I've seen some cool brands comment and things, so we're excited for that opportunity if it comes about. But it's super fun.
Yeah. How has life changed since you've been back? I mean, has it been busy and all that?
Oh, it's been busy, and my house looks like a tornado went through it. My life's a little crazy, getting on socials and getting all my texts, finished and replied to has been crazy, but there's no complaints for me because it's what happens when you win a gold medal and when you're a world champion, and I love to win and I love to, get better every day, and I feel like that's what I did over there for the past 3 weeks, and I'm excited to bring whatever that feels like here and get my teammates pumped up for the next 3 months.
Isn't it crazy how both the women and men's game ended almost identically, 2-1 overtime? Probably outplayed a little bit in the game.
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, I think it's crazy, but with how much we have both played Canada at that level, we knew that's how it would go. We knew it wasn't going to be 5-0 like it was in the prelims, and take it as it may. I feel like that's what I, in my dream, figured it was going to be, and I thought about it, and we knew it was going to be hard. It wasn't going to be easy, and they gave us their best shot. That was the best game they played all tournament, so props to them. I think they gave us a really good run, and I'm glad that we came out on the positive end of it for sure.
There's always a bump that comes after the Olympics, but now people that ever just introduced women's hockey get to watch the cross, get to watch the PWHL. How special is that going to be for the growth of women's hockey?
I mean, I think that I saw a tweet and it said PW tickets are up 50%, and just searches for PWHL. I've seen a lot of tweets, and I know our Frost socials are all over it, but I think there's a few people that said I'm looking for a new market to support, and give me your best thoughts. And I sent my love to a few people for sure, but any fan of the PWHL is a fan of us, and we'll take that as it may, and just get excited for new fans in our base. And women's hockey's growing, and I think for us winning that gold medal, it not only means a ton for us, but it means a ton for state of hockey here in the United States of America.
And Lake City.
Facts.
So great.
Lake City, we still don't have a hockey program down there, but I do think our rink is getting a little renovation, so that is something that I'm hopeful for.
So you talked to just a lot about 4 years now, just how you're ready now
Yeah.
with your new team. Just overall, how was this experience for you? Just living up to everything that you've been doing your career, and past 4 years to working up to this point?
Yeah, I think it's crazy. I can still dream and chase my dreams at the age of 25. So, anything I'm going to be able to do and remember from the experience, I think obviously gold medal helps, but all the amazing things we got to do as a team and as a group, like we grew so close in 3 weeks, and I know the men's team didn't get to practice much with each other either, which I give them major props, because getting a bunch of guys together and figuring out camaraderie in a matter of 3 weeks is really hard. And for us, we got, I think, a week out of every month since August. But yeah, it was super special. I'm going to remember so many amazing things from it, and I'm a better person because of it. I like the group that we were there with. Like, it just reminds you, I didn't care if I played 0 minutes or if I played 25 in that last game. Like, I knew our team had it, or I knew what we had in that locker room was special. So really grateful, and I knew the second I got to the Olympics, like, I was ready for it. And I think not making it 4 years ago helped me to be ready.
What in particular, just memorable moments, from the fit checks with Grace? Or
Yeah,
like
fit checks with
else?
Grace were great. Grace, it took her a few days to get into it, and I had to tell her, like, this is going to be good for us. We can watch these back. And then we also, lots of interesting things. We had like hour bus rides back and forth, which we played a game. I have a movie. It's called I Have a Movie, and then you get to ask yes or no questions, and lots of movies with the amount of time we spent on the bus. And then obviously in the training room, it was us and the men's team sharing a very small space. So, talking to them and also having fun moments. We bought a TV while we were there because we didn't get one in our room to watch the sports from other places that we couldn't be at. So I think all those moments, for sure.
Grace said the fit checks were almost made you late a few times. You had to make
Yeah,
sure you got them
I
done,
got
but
better.
Grace
I got better at
let
my
you.
time management. You could tell she was stressing out. When she starts to stand up, I'm like, okay, I should get going. And she always wants to be early. I'm usually like a 5 minutes before. She was shooting for 15. So now I know how that works. And she asked me if I missed her last night. And I said, you know what? Yeah, not our single beds, but I did miss you. But we were together all the time. So.
How will the experience of being at the Olympics and winning the gold, how will you bring that experience here to the team across?
Yeah, I think this team's a bunch of winners, and you can tell from those that are 2-time Walter Cup champions to 1-time Walter Cup champions to just starting the league. I think the people that we bring back from the Olympics is amazing. Obviously, we have, I think it was like 6 to 8 with the Czechs. I think that's 8. That amount of just momentum that you gain from that tournament is huge, and I'm excited, whatever it's going to take. I think these girls got some time off, and I'm excited to see what they're going to bring come our next game on Sunday. But I think if that means that I got to be a vocal leader more, or that means other things, I think whatever it's going to take, we're going to figure out.
Does the gold medal go in the safe? Does it go on the wall? What do you do with it then?
I don't know yet. I'm actually looking into that. I actually should buy a safe. That's my probably number one thing. But keeping it out, I've been showing it. I'm just going to show it to some neighbors and some friends and family here soon. So Parker wore it yesterday around the house a little bit, but that's beyond. I have a picture of him with the flag that I took out of my bag, and a picture with the gold medal on. He was posing. So we're having a good time when we're having fun, and that's all that matters.
Do you play any of your USA teammates coming up here in the?
Haley Skamura.
Are you gonna?
She also plays tomorrow, which God bless her, because that's really quick off of, we just got back yesterday. So.
Are you gonna be able to give it 100% against her, or you take it easy?
100%. She would rather die than give less than 100% in a game. So she'll bring it, and we'll bring it for sure. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
How's it feel?
I mean, it's super exciting coming home with gold. I think when we went left to go to Milan, that was the ultimate goal, and I think a lot of us are just happy to be back as well. A long month, but a very rewarding month at the same time.
A lot of us have been made about the locker room celebration for the men's. Can you talk about your perspective of your relationship with the men's team over there?
Yeah, I mean, I think for the whole tournament we were supportive of each other's teams, and I think focusing on hockey and what we can do to support one another is the ultimate goal for all of us. And I know a lot of us take pride in what we accomplished over there, and it's certainly something that we don't diminish and we're proud of.
Grace, the men and the women won gold in the same Olympic tournament. What does that mean for USA hockey, both for the youth?
help inspire for the next generation?
Yeah, I think it's, like you said, it's the first time in history that that's happened, and it's obviously super exciting to be a part of that. But I think it goes so much further than just the gold medal, and kind of what you said with the grassroots, and you see the 1980 and the impact that Miracle on Ice had for so many younger people. And I think the women's team and the men's team is going to continue to do that for hopefully generations to come.
Well, even more special, people that are introduced to women's hockey now have an outlet to go turn to, not just college hockey, but with PWHL.
Yeah, I think the PWHL has grown. I think I saw something like 300% increase in awareness, and I think that's awesome for the league and something that we're super proud of, and the product that we put on the ice is one of the best in the world. And so I think it's awesome to have that international platform and be able to bring that back here to North America.
Are you still doing fit checks on your own without Taylor?
I know. I mean, maybe that will be a virtual thing. She's more passionate about it than I am, but I mean, stay tuned because we might be rolling it back.
Yeah. On that winning goal too, with Taylor having that pass just all the way up the ice. I mean, surprised to see something like that.
No, I mean, she assisted on the World Championship goal as well, and so I think she's such a special player in her awareness on the ice, and I think when we saw that stretch pass, and obviously it was a phenomenal finish as well, but wouldn't get there without the pass.
How fun for the two of you to split together, to be at the Olympics with you, and obviously the fun, the fit checks as roommates, but just to have her there this time, what hard work she's put in.
Yeah, obviously a lot of adversity for her to get to there and to enjoy it with her is something that we'll look back on for so many years. But I think at the Olympics it's so much more than just hockey, and you're representing your country, and you get to go to the opening and closing ceremonies, and I think just being able to do that together made the experience that much more special. Obviously winning and getting a gold medal tops it off, but I think we'll never forget the memories and experiences that we had together in the dorm rooms.
Or how Snoop Dogg? Did you meet Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, we met Snoop. We got a picture with him.
Incredible.
I know.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. You can definitely tell he's super passionate about the Olympics, and he gave everyone Valentine's Day roses, so that was fun.
What do you expect this year that you'll be going to the White House for the president's invitation?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's been such a whirlwind since we've gotten back, and I think a lot of us are just focusing on getting back to our teams as games will be starting up super quickly. But I don't know.
What do you think of that whole situation with the phone call and the celebration in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, I think something that a lot of us, like I said earlier, are super proud of the product that we put on the ice, and super excited that the men won as well, and it's something that doesn't diminish who we are as a team, and I think that's something that we're super proud of, regardless of what happened.
Did you go out to tournament for the men's team?
Yes, for sure. I mean, they came to a lot of our games, and we went to a lot of theirs, and I think there was that mutual level of respect, and it was evident with Ellen Hughes also being on our staff as well, and her two sons being on the team. So yes, we did feel the respect, and that just being in the village with them as well was a good experience.
Was your sister there?
Yeah, both my sisters were. Yeah.
How was just experiencing this with your parents? I've gotten to meet.
Oh yes.
And your sister.
My dad, I think, was the mayor of the Winter House, so that was fun. But I think it was so much different than Beijing, having my parents and friends. I think Taylor and I each had 50-some people coming there to support, and I think you look back on both of our journeys, and it takes more than just an individual. And I give a huge shout out to my parents and my sisters and friends that came along to support me, because I wouldn't be here without them.
Grace, were you and your family watching the state tournament games?
Honestly, someone asked me about that today, and I don't know if they were there or not. But my sister does help coach with the Breck team, so it was awesome to see them kind of resurge, and they had a great year, so super happy for them.
Just a silly question, but is the winter there, the cold there, like it is here in Minnesota? Is it different?
No, it was like 40 and 50, and I go, man, it feels like spring over here. But up in north, like where the skiing was, it's more like here. So, yeah. Thank you.
Answered this for you and the team. What has it been like since you guys were able to walk off the ice with a gold medal, and just what life has been like since then?
Life has been pretty crazy. It feels still a bit surreal to realize, one, the Olympics are over, and two, we walked away as gold medalists. It was such a special group. So to get that gold and be able to celebrate together and with our families and friends in Milan was so special.
Can you take us through those final couple minutes before you guys tied the game? what was the mood like on the bench just leading up and then finally tying the game? And then once you tied the game, what the mood was like at intermission leading into overtime?
Yeah, I think we hadn't had the experience of being down a goal yet this season, so I was really proud of the way our group, we kept our faith and belief. Even with 2 minutes left, I remember being like, gee, we're running out of time to score that tying goal. I know we're going to get. And then to have Hillary Knight with the tip, Layla Edwards with the amazing shot. It was definitely needed, obviously, to get that tying game, but just restored, I think, our faith and our energy and knowing that we were able to get the job done in overtime.
What was it like, seeing not just your guys' team but the men's team, obviously both teams winning gold, and what that does for USA Hockey moving forward? What do you think it does for the programs on both sides?
Yeah, I think so exciting to win, 2 gold medals there. The first time we've been able to do that. We're hoping to go 3 for 3 with the Paralympics sled team coming up. They've been keeping it down, for all of USA Hockey for a bit. But to do that, to see the way the country is paying attention to hockey, I think is incredible. I love this sport. It's such an amazing. I've had such an amazing experience being a hockey player, and so to bring more attention to the sport in general and to, of course, women's hockey specifically, I think is amazing.
I know there's been a lot kind of made of the post-game celebration for the men, but do you have any thoughts on any of that, or did it bother you guys at all, or what are your thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I'm super happy for them to win. I think was exciting. They were very supportive of us through that time, and I think very excited, like you had said, to win, to go 2 for 2. And so really happy for them and really happy for our team. Wish we had maybe even more time to celebrate. But excited to be back here in Minnesota and to feel the love from home.
Because you guys had a good relationship, it sounded like both players from both teams, all the players from both teams, right?
Yeah, some people have like pre-existing, communications relationships, but while we were there, it was nice to get to chat with them. We were all staying in the Olympic Village together, and they were very supportive.
You know what you're going to do with the medal?
Right now, it just comes in a nice little box, but hoping to bring it in here and share it with everyone. I know it's really exciting to see an Olympic medal and a gold one in particular, so looking forward to sharing that, bringing it to Roseville. I think there'll be something maybe next week. So getting to experience that with the community, I think, will be really fun.
How about the different fan bases? Can the Frost fans not live up to the USA fans, or?
I don't know if I'd say that. The U.S. fans were incredible to fill that building. There were, quite a few Canadian fans as well, but to see so many people who traveled over just to see us play, to cheer on all the Olympians in general, I think was amazing. But the Frost fans are pretty special. So I don't think there's a competition there. Really excited to be back home and be back in front of our fans. Not for a bit, though. I don't remember what our next home game is.
Oh, not till the 13th.
Yeah, so a while before we'll get to see them, unfortunately.
What about coming back just in general with this team and the stretch run you guys have ahead of you now after coming off a high to going back to work? What's that going to be like, and how ready do you think this group is? I think this group is really special. Excited to get back to work here. It's sort of a nice reset, I think, halfway through the season. Obviously a long break for everyone who's here at home. So I think you could tell on the ice today we were just excited to be back together, have everyone here, getting our legs going again, and looking forward to the second half of our season.
Any final questions for Lee?
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank